Have you ever wondered why God stopped humanity's greatest building project, the Tower of Babel? Many say it was pride, others say it was practical to scatter people and fulfill God's plan. We'll explore the Bible story, the historical and archaeological evidence, and uncover why the tower might really have been stopped. In Genesis chapter 11, verses 1 to 9, it says that the old earth spoke one language. People settled in a place called Shinar and said, "Come, let us make a name for ourselves. Let's build a city and a tower whose top reaches the heavens." But the Lord came down, confused their language, and scattered them across the earth. Traditionally, this has been seen as God judging their pride. They wanted to make a name for themselves, stay together, and be self sufficient. Yet the text doesn't say God hates tall towers. The real issue is why they built it and for whom. God doesn't oppose human creativity. Today, we build huge towers and cities. So, was the problem their size, the unity, or the purpose behind their construction? Some sources suggest that tower was not just for humans, but for gods or deities. What does that mean? The plain of Shinar refers to southern Mesopotamia, the heart of Babylon. Back then, people built ziggurats, stepped towers that served as temple platforms connecting earth and sky. One famous ziggurat, Etemenanki in Babylon, may have inspired the Tower of Babel story. It was rebuilt by King Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BC and described as raised to heaven. The Tower of Babel, dating around 602 to 562 BC, shows Etemenanki's grandeur. However, we don't have definitive proof that the biblical Babel is exactly Etemenanki. Many scholars think the story reflects cultural memory of these huge temple towers. The timeline is uncertain. Biblical chronologies place Babel a few centuries after the flood. Archaeological evidences shows the region had kiln-based bricks and bitumen for mortar, just like Genesis describes. Here's a key point. Ziggurats were essentially structures to hold stairs. They had no rooms inside. Their main purpose was religious, not practical. People believed these towers allowed gods to descend from heaven or ascend to it. So the towers were built not for humans, but as sacred pathways for gods. At the time of Babel, building such a structure was moving humanity towards idolatry, creating ways for God to come down or for humans to reach them. Humans built a tower for gods to descend, but the Almighty Himself intervened. In other words, the tower becomes a symbol of spiritual pride, inverted worship, and ambition directed towards deities rather than God. God stepped the building and scattered the people. Why? Partly to prevent a single power center that could exclude God's purposes, partly to ensure humans filled the earth as He had intended. But another important reason emerges when we consider the ziggurats. The tower was being built not for human glory alone, but as a religious structure for gods. They were moving towards idolatry, trying to make a way for gods to come down to earth through this massive staircase like tower. And that is why God intervened to stop a structure designed to honor other deities and redirect humanity back from idolatry. So the Tower of Babel may have been stopped because of the ziggurats. Humanity's ambition was turning into idolatry, building a stairway for the gods. That is why God came down, confused the languages, and scattered the people.